We have to be armored coming into this world. We don't get a chance to actually be soft.
Yes.
To be loved, to be loving to other people. So oftentimes we are brash, right? We have to be. We have to put on our armor in order to get to our means by any means necessary. And that is so true and relevant for queer people. Black queer folk, to be specific.
Being gay is unsafe. Being black is unsafe. I'm constantly in a state of paranoia because I never feel safe.
I do a drag brunch and the patron brought their daughter. I immediately became anxious because oftentimes seeing a drag queen now in a picture, that picture can go viral for all negative reasons. So now I'm getting death threats.
We've always existed in crisis. We didn't feel safe at church growing up. No. We didn't feel safe at schools. I think as folks who show up and are manifested or deemed visibly queer, visibly different, visibly othered, safety is not something that you are afforded. We just have to exist within these confines. And to be honest, I'm sick and fed of it. I'm tired of having to feel anxious. The moments where I feel alive is when I'm around community. It's when I'm in literally cultivated spaces that are intended for us to have peace, for us to feel like we have a sense of sanctuary, which honestly is very hard to find and to sustain.
A lot of us had to lose family. A lot of us had to lose shelter. This is not just a happenstance. This is like actual humanity that's on the line.
Trans people aren't just the thing that we talk about, right? No, trans people are our family. Like we have cousins that are trans, we have sisters that are trans, we have mothers that are trans that we don't always acknowledge. We have caretakers that are trans that we do not give the reverence that they deserve.
I'm in an archetype where I can pass as straight. And I didn't realize just how privileged that was until I stepped into college, where it was more queer spaces and they were like starting, oh yeah, we want to have, allies. And they didn't think that I was a part of the community. What are you seeing me as? Am I stepping in these spaces where the archetype of who I am is triggering to someone else because someone that looked like me, someone who has the same build, enacted violence on our queer and trans sisters. And so I think that it's really important for Black queer men who are cis men to understand the privilege that we have and to be more affirming to our trans sisters and non-binary brothers and sisters.
It's in our liberation as well.
Exactly.
Think about like the nigga who could fall in love with me is terrified.
Yes.
Right? Because the reality is he's going to fear and stigma.
Absolutely.
Because somehow, being able to proudly and openly love a trans woman questions not only your manhood, but your identity, your power, your strength. There is a multitude of things to unpack. But truly, the burden rests on our shoulders. It rests on our bodies. We are the ones, right? They spit on you, but then you hit me. You'll shoot me. You'll stab me.
Yes.
And that's the reality. And literally, you are my neighbor. You're my nigga. You're me. But you are so afraid that somebody's gonna call your little punk ass gay. And that literally drives people insane. And it is the root. It is the root of this division. Because you are struggling to see yourself in me. You're struggling to see yourself in me. And you could be my daddy, you could be my pastor, you could be the UPS person. But because you deem me as different, I'm therefore invalid, and you put me right underneath your boot. But what I'm telling for Black trans people, you will never put us where we don't belong.
Let me talk my shit, or I might just throw another fit.